now we are coming to the concluding portion. After these 2 days, which witnessed presentations by great scholars and renunciates, and the results and cross-pollination of ideas and practices, it is time for us to recapture the essence of the 2 days programs. As mentioned by Venerable Banakala Mahatero in this inaugural session, this year happens to be the 150th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, the Lion Monk of India. Swami Vivekananda gave us a strong message on Dharma, Dhamma, synergy. He wanted man to become a man with capital M. How does he become a man with capital M? By synthesis, process of synthesis. He wanted man to have the head of Shankara and the heart of Buddha. The compassion of the Bodhisattva combined with the intellect of a Hindu adept. We have made our own progress in the past few days in this great journey towards the Dharma, Dhamma symbiosis, which I believe will be the requirement, will be the antidote for the ills which affect the civilization today. Now we will go through the epitome of what happened in these 2 eventful days. After the first plenary session, in which reputed scholars from India and abroad presented their views, we have seen an interesting documentary on Tibetan Buddhism by Dr. Benoy Behel. It was very interesting. It took us on a journey across the Himalayas. Coming to the inaugural session, it was a grand happening. The thought-provoking speech on the relevance of Buddhic Indic studies was given by the Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. The Princess of Bhutan, the chief guest, outlined the concept of gross national happiness propelled by the Bodhisattva doctrine. There were speeches by luminaries, so many, like the stars in heaven, like, for instance, like Venerable Rinpoche and others, followed by the outline of the courses that is going to be offered by the university, summarized by Dr. Shashi Prabha Kumar, the VC nominee. This was followed by a keynote session in which His Excellency Leonpo Dorji, Minister from Bhutan, Dr. Amugamana, Minister from Sri Lanka, and Honorable Nyase Nyandisara, Chancellor of Yangon University spoke. In all, there were 5 plenary sessions in which eminent speakers, scholars from various countries presented their enlightened views, leading to interesting discussions and clarifications. For lack of time, I am not mentioning the names of all the speakers, each one of them being expert and scholars in their own right. Kadidasa says, I give a beautiful simile. He says, Uddabe Nasti Sagaram. He said, you will never be able to cross the ocean with the aid of a wooden boat. So what has been discussed in 2 days is like an ocean. This 15 minutes time is like a wooden boat. So we can only have birds of view. We can't. There was also 60 research papers presented in 12 parallel sessions, grouped under various headings, titles like Faith and Mindfulness, Historical Growth of Buddhism, Hindu boosting, Hindu-Muslim, Hindu-Buddha Dharma doctrines, Yoga and Spirituality, then Hindu-Buddhist eschatology, etc. Each paper is highly credible, which threw great light on various aspects of Buddhist and Sanatana tradition. The essence of the concept presented is summarized here. What I am just presenting, what is the epitome of what was the paper's main points and what was discussed. As I said, it was vast, but I'm trying to give a summary of the whole thing. What we find is a remarkable Dharma Dhamma continuum as a guiding principle for entire humanity. The humanity stands, Dharma itself comes to the root dhruv, which means holding principle. So Dhamma principle will be the guiding principle for humanity. That happens to be the core matter which was being discussed in past 2 days. Bauddham says, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Sanatana Dharma's tradition says, Buddha, Krishna, Rama are avatars, incarnation of the supreme deity, and we should surrender our ego. It is our ego to get. There are several gateways, several paths leading to the fort of divinity or eternity, whatever you call it. Whatever path you proceed, you have to go through one gate. At that one gate, you have to surrender, you have to give a toll tax. That toll tax is your ego. Only if you pay that toll tax, you will get entry. This is the essential doctrine which is given by Bauddham and Sanatana Dharma. Bauddham says, Shankam Saranam Gacchami. Sanatana tradition says, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Also it says, Sangachadvam, Samvadadvam, Sambhomanam Sijanatam. Let us all minds vibrate together. Let us all travel together. Let us travel in harmony. So this is a common viewpoint. Then Bauddham says, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Sanatana tradition says, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. Dharma protects us of Dharma. So Dharma itself protects you if you follow Dharma. The emphasis may vary, but essential unity of Dharma as guiding principles are clear, emphatic, and have been continued for generations. The conference has brought together learned people from all parts of the Dharma world and has been an accelerating journey, remembering the contribution made by our forefathers to give us an identity and a goalpost in life for people for all walks of life. The guiding principles of Dhamma should reverberate throughout the globe, and the Dharma continuum can become the Vishwaguru, encapsulating the heritage of wisdom that our servants of Sanatana Dharma and Bauddha Dharma have given us. This is our greatest treasure. Kanada, the Rishi, gives a brilliant exposition on Dharma, calling that all nations governed by the principle of Dharma and Dhamma should unite to promote the founding Sutta. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, and the aphorism, Dhammo Rakshite Rakshitaha. That is, we seek ultimate protection under Dharma. We resolve to protect Dharma, which will protect the protector. On behalf, this is a very short summary. As I initially said, it is like trying to cross the ocean with a wooden boat. However, let us recapitulate. On behalf of the organizers and the Bauddha bhikshus and the scholars from Sanatana Dharma who have blessed us with their presence, I offer my sincere pranams to one and all, to all our brothers and sisters from all traditions, Sanatana as well as the Bauddha tradition. And I hope this will be not a full stop, it's only a comma. We will be able to meet and discuss in future years all connected aspects with a wider knowledge and all encompassing vision and syncretism. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for his such important, short but deep summary. Thank you, sir. Now I want to call Professor Shashi Prabha Kumarji to deliver her speech.
नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च। I can only say, because I was not prepared for a speech, when I was called up on the stage, I thought, Swadharme Nidhanam Shreya, so my dharma is, my shastra is Vaisheshika. I'll say what Kannada has to say, but that has also been stated by Sri Ram Mohanji. I can only say that this has been a very, very enriching experience for me, and I hope it has been so for all of us sitting here. This international conference on Dharma Dhamma tradition, it is a continuing, ongoing conference. The first was held last year, I am told, which unfortunately I couldn't attend. But this year, I am very pleased to see the scholars and the papers that were presented here from different aspects of both the traditions, Indic and Buddhist. In the Indic tradition, which is my own area, I can only say that right from the Rig Veda, dharma, the word dharma has been used. Yajena yajyam ayajanta devaha tani dharmani prathamanyasan. The Creator created this world, and this was the first dharma of the universe. So the dharma has different and very wide connotations, not only in Indic tradition, but also in Buddhist tradition. And Sri Ram Mohanji has presented a very comprehensive summary. He mentioned that this is not a full stop, it's a comma. If you allow me, sir, I would like to revise it, because the English linguists are discussing to extinguish the comma from our language. They are just trying to banish comma from the linguistic experience. So let us have it as a colon. Dharma Dharma tradition, colon, because it has two drops, two blocks, and these two, the twin principles of Dharma and Dhamma. And that reminds me of a very famous Rigvedic verse again, which is in a different context, but which befits this theme of the conference. Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vriksham Parishasva Jate. This is the logo when I was just observing, and that logo shows a tree and it has two branches. Similarly, there are two birds sitting on a single tree and they are enjoying their growth, their struggles, their achievements. So like that, if we have two dots and we continue with this exercise, not only on the connotations of these terms, but different dimensions, various domains, and the different themes every year, I think we shall be enriching further with each other, discussing, interacting, and bringing whatever he or she has thought all these years on this aspect. So with these words, I can only pray again with a Vedic verse, which is in dual number, because we are into two streams merging together and striving together for our goals. So this is a very well-known Upanishadic prayer. It says, let us enjoy together, let us be protected together, let us study together, and let us not be jealous of each other. May our study be illuminous for both of us. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Such a valuable and poetic speech. Thank you. Now, before to call the presidential address, I say that lives of great men we can make our lives sublime and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. और ऐसे ही रेत के मरुस्थल पर अपने पश्चिम छोड़ जाने वाले श्री रिनपोचे जी को मैं बुलाती हूँ. Now, with all my respect and humble regard, I would like to call to shower his presidential address, revered Professor Shri Rinpoche ji, to his presidential address.
मित्र आदरणीय आचार्य भट्ट साहब, आचार्य राममोहन जी, आचार्य शशि प्रभा, सभागार में उपस्थित भिक्षु संघ, विद्वानवृंद एवं इस सम्मेलन की सहभागी मित्रों, इस सम्मेलन के विषय में जो कुछ कहा जा सकता था वह पूर्व वक्ताओं ने कह दिया है. अब तथाकथित presidential address, there is nothing left to say more. But as a ritual or just an entertainment of the participants, I would like to share some of my feeling and thoughts which I gathered when I was sitting on the back rows and listening to the very learned participants for their presentation. The first experience was the realization of impermanence and transitoriness. We just started this conference 3 days before, and now come to an end with a mixed feeling, happiness, satisfaction, also dissatisfaction and sorrow for parting